The opinions in this podcast are solely those of the creators and do not reflect the opinions of the filmmakers involved. If you are of legal drinking age, feel free to have a drink with us, but please do drink responsibly. You're listening to Cole-astic Cinema.
Hey, careful, man. There's a beverage here, huh?
There is no pain, only soul.
And you never once paid for drugs.
Not once.
With your host, Fabian Salazar.
Yeah, playing the game. I'm always Childs. I'm Keith David. That's my boy.
And Cole Butterfield.
Yeah, no. I mean, even though I know we still have Keith David and Kurt Russell. Almost said Michael Douglas.
Where we talk about movies, most of the time.
My dick's out right now. No, I said
dude, if you cut my neck off and my dick's out, you're gay.
Yeah.
So come along for a ride and have fun.
That was a good one, but yeah, it sounded like it didn't taste very good.
That's those stale ranch Pringles, man.
No, blow it out the window.
No,
we got the window open for us. I don't want to. I don't want to
ruin the rain smell.
I don't want to smell that. Welcome to Cole-astic Cinema.
Oh, gross myself out with my own body.
And before we get into it, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on the bell for those notifications so you can get notified for new videos, all that fun stuff. We are on YouTube and Spotify. Shortly, we will be up on Apple Music and Patreon. And don't worry, the stickers are coming. I promise they're coming.
They're
going to be huge.
Huge.
They're coming. The stickers
Epic
are coming.
stickers.
I owe Sarah a sticker because she actually answered my movie quote of the episode. That was the Charlie's Angels one. I thought she was suggesting Charlie's Angels, but she actually answered the question.
It's also not a bad suggestion, though.
I also forgot that was a bit I was doing. So anyway, again, before we get into the episode, this we'll do. Oh no, I'll do that at ad break. So today we are watching the 1982 classic, The Thing. This movie was directed by John Carpenter, screenplay was written by Bill Lancaster, and it's adapted from a story by John W. Campbell Jr. Stars Kurt Russell, Wilford Brimley, and Keith David. It was filmed in British Columbia. It was made for $15 million and made $19 million back. So that's in the realm of it's still bombed, but the studio made their money back.
Yeah.
And then last thing I have in my preamble notes is this is John Carpenter's favorite movie that he's done.
I could see that. I could see why he'd enjoy that.
Yeah. I think this movie's honestly in my top 5 favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
So much so, like when the Thing board game came out, I immediately I think I pre-ordered it and everything. It's very fun. Those of you who know the game Among Us, it's kind of like Among Us, but it's got the Thing characters and stuff. So yeah, one person's the Thing, and you try and stay and slowly kill people off and shit. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, sounds like that's the premise alone. That's like for games. That's just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Well, there's also like other like house party games you play, like Mafia or some shit like that, where you try to figure out where.
Yeah, it's that classic party.
Classic just thing of trying to figure out like, all right, who among us is actually a fuck?
Did you say Among Us?
Among Us? Among Us? You guys remember that? Yeah, I remember the pandemic where everyone was going crazy for Among Us. I remember that.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Okay, so yeah, I'm super stoked to watch this movie. This will be like the 577th time I've seen it. I remember the first time seeing it, I was like, what the hell is this? This is fucking awesome.
What is that?
This is intense and it's so claustrophobic. It's just really intense. You don't trust anybody. Nobody trusts anybody, and we're all very tired.
Yeah.
It's just so good. Such a good movie. Very well written, and I'd say it's just a great movie throughout. Like,
yeah.
A lot of really fun foreshadowing foreshadowing bits in the beginning.
Bits and shits.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts?
Well, I pulled up the trailer because I decided I kind of want to start at least watching the trailer for the movies we're about to watch. And then as the trailer was going, the first thing that came to mind is like, oh yeah, I forgot we used to narrate trailers instead of just having the exposition in the movie being part of the fucking trailer.
Dude, yeah.
Which is like, oh yeah, you didn't have to have exposition in the movie all the time just being spoken by characters when you could just have it thrown out in the goddamn trailer in the first 15 seconds.
In a world
where
everything's made of ice.
Kurt Russell's in his long hair on another adventure.
One helicopter pilot,
The middle bumfucking nowhere.
a bunch of scientists.
Norwegians chasing a dog in a helicopter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the first thing that came to mind was watching the trailer. I'm like, oh, I forgot that used to be that old cliche. Like, I don't think you could really get away with that joke now. Like, I don't really watch a lot of trailers now just because it usually ruins the fucking movie.
I try to, like, if I really want to watch something, it depends on my level of interest.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm interested, I'll watch the trailer and be like, okay, that looks good. But if I'm, like stoked, I will stay away from it.
Oh yeah, no. Usually, like the only trailers I watch are when I'm actually at the movie theater. Like I'll watch those. I don't seek out trailers.
Yeah.
With the obvious exception of certain superhero movies.
Right.
I will just completely drop everything I'm doing and go look that up.
But I do like I hate showing up to the movie theater late.
Yeah.
Because like I love watching trailers in the movie theater. Like that's part of the experience for me too.
Definitely part of that. Especially that's the only time you're allowed to start slowly opening up everything. It's during the trailers. So you can kind of watch the trailers. Like, okay, something I might go see down the road, but also I'm not going to interrupt the movie for everybody else.
Yeah, I can get all my loud ass snacks out of the way first.
Don't know where red vines make so much goddamn noise. It's a simple fucking treat.
Yeah.
Other than that, I am realizing I don't know if I've actually seen this movie or if I just know about this movie because of the impact this movie has.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those ones that has just been around for so long.
Yeah, it permeated the culture. So I don't know like if I've actually seen it or if I just know so much about it because of all the influences that it's had on everything, even with being a bomb and eventually finally like getting a resurgence and a comeback and the recognition that it deserves. I don't recall because I'm trying because just even like looking at some of the imagery in the trailer, I'm like, there's no way in hell I would have been allowed to watch this movie as a kid.
No.
There's no, and like as a teenager, I don't know how I'd pursue it because I didn't grow up anywhere near like there was no Blockbusters or movie rental places.
Yeah.
Netflix was in its infancy, and you still had to wait like 3 or 4 weeks to get a DVD.
Yeah.
In your fucking queue if they had it. So, but I still somehow feel like I really know this movie. I just don't know if I've ever actually watched it or not.
Yeah.
Because it all seems familiar, but also it seems fresh. Like I'm curious to see if I actually have, like, if at one point in the movie I'm like, oh, okay, yes, no, I have seen this, or if it's just like, no, I just know how to listen to other people talking about shit.
Dude, like this one, that Back to the Future meme, like it's just perfect for this one. It's like, I guess you guys weren't ready for that, but your kids are gonna love it.
Exactly.
Like
when it came out, people it bombed.
Yeah.
Like, it bombed.
It
It made the money
technically-
back, but
yeah.
technically bombed because it didn't bring back when movies could bring in a shit ton more money.
yeah, and then like this one, just the cult following behind it. Like this is one of the biggest cult movies.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm in that one. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't see this movie as being like people are like, like what 1982 and being like, what was that? That was fucking weird. It was like I've always seen this movie like this movie's fucking great. Like I don't.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Well, also, I think by the time that the prequel came out in 2011, I remember being part of the fandom, like not even part of the fandom, but just being one of those people like, what are you guys doing? Don't bother. Don't touch this movie, even if I had or had not seen this movie. It just seems like you should not touch, even though they were making it a prequel. You've seen the 2011? Obviously,
Yeah. I've seen it. I've seen it a couple times. I went and
What
saw
are your
it.
thoughts?
I went and saw it in theaters, and I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
But you know, it's kind of in that realm of if they really wanted to stick true to the original, they would have gone full out practical special effects and shit. And I think that would have given it a better life. I think the idea is there, and it's fine. It's not like this one where it's like, yeah, it's impossibly good. Like the prequel's just fine, and it sets everything up well for this one. Like it runs smooth right into the beginning of this one. So I think that's kind of cool. They didn't leave any room for like, oh, and then years later this happened and blah blah blah. No, it's like the two Norwegians shooting at the dog in the beginning are the two survivors from the end of the movie, from the end of the prequel. Well, two of the survivors. I won't spoil that one.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, it's fine. It's worth checking out. But yeah, only like I'd say I wouldn't recommend it if you're not already a fan of the 1982 one.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I saw the prequel, and I think I thought it was okay. I think.
Yeah, it's just fine.
Yeah, like it's just fine. Nothing compared to, I think, mostly just all the hype I was aware of from the original thing. And also just because it had Kurt Russell in it, and Kurt Russell being a staple in my house. Like, big love for Kurt Russell. So I don't know, because...
Were you allowed to watch Big Trouble in Little China?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, it's got nothing worse than that in this.
But I can't guarantee, though, that that's exactly the same or not, because I don't know if my mom has or had not seen the thing by that point to where it would have been okay. Because, like, Big Trouble in Little China, like, my mom had seen that several times. So, like, she can, like, knows when to cover my eyes. Like, there's certain parts that are a bit too much for her incredibly delicate but very large little boy. Which is me.
Oh, and also, before we get flooded with comments, because we always do, this movie is, it's actually a remake of a 1950s movie called The Thing from Another World,
which is based on
the book
from 1932-ish, I think.
Yeah, the John W. Campbell Jr. book
called what's it called?
Give me a sec. I'm pulling it up. I should have written that
I
down
know.
earlier.
I thought I could have swore I've been like, I can keep this in my head. It's a super.
Let's see. Who goes there?
Who goes there? That's right. It's something super something fucking fucking Christ.
But yeah, The Thing from Another World was featured in another John Carpenter movie. It's they're watching it in Halloween, the original Halloween. That's what they're watching on the TV. So kind of cool.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah,
that's sort of like in universe fucking tie-in, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, also it being called like the Thing from Another World is what the comic books had to go underneath. Because there is a comic book connection.
Nice.
Right after the movie came out, well, not right after, they started a three-part miniseries from 91 to 94, continuing right off where the movie ends.
Yeah.
And it kind of does, like, because I was watching a lot of videos, like a lot of the questions that are raised with just the movie being standalone, it does kind of ruin it a little bit.
That's what I was gonna say. It kind of, I love how the movie ends, because you know, but you don't really know, but you know.
Yeah.
But you know.
You know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But like with the comic books and everything, it just doesn't leave that like subtle doubt. It's just blatant, like, oh, okay, yeah. I mean, well, I guessed right.
I mean, for the most part, it does leave a lot of subtle doubt until right until it's just like, yeah, no, this is what actually happened, and then it kind of it takes a weird turn, because it starts off like pretty much right at the site of site 31 or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, research site
31. It's got a name, but it starts there, and from there they end up making their way. Like McCready makes his way to Argentina because he nearly dies from hypothermia. So like, well, obviously we just got to take him to Argentina because it's the exact opposite.
Yeah. Now he's warm.
Now he's warm, so you don't have to worry about it. But now you've got that showing up, and then it makes a weird segue to New Zealand in '94 with like one of the less appreciated, actually probably the worst out of the entire series of the comic books that it comes to it, because it kind of seems to completely ignore all the like the nature of the thing itself, or whatever.
It's supposed to be claustrophobic and claustrophobic horror.
Well, yeah, even then, like in the third series of the books, like there's like off branch offs of the original thing, which kind of have like their own little, like start having their own little mind, and like kind of the main character that focuses around before McCready shows up, like them and this other thing don't want to like branch out and create more things and assimilate shit, because that'll draw attention, which is not what the thing is about. But then other things show up.
Yeah, and yes and no. I mean, I understand that it doesn't want to draw attention to itself, but also that's its entire nature is to spread. To
spread, and to assimilate,
it's a virus.
Exactly, to absorb everything. So kind of people getting pissed off about that one. And then they waited a while. So 94 was the last comic. It didn't change a bunch of hands like the other movies we've covered, like Terminator and RoboCop and shit.
Yeah.
Then when the prequel was going to come out, they decided to do Dark Horse did just like a one-shot prequel, which is set back during Viking times, where Vikings meet.
Okay, I'd fuck with that.
Yes,
I would fuck
definitely
with the Thing
that.
movie set in Viking times.
Exactly, and I did not get nearly enough to fucking read on that, and it kind of pissed me off. But it does sound
I might get that one just for the novelty.
Oh yeah, it's
but
the Thing versus Vikings.
But like, it's the same thing with like the newest Predator movie, Prey, where it's Native Americans versus Predator.
Hell yeah,
And like, and that movie fucking did great.
Yeah.
Like, do more of that shit. Do like, I don't know, what was the other one? An alien movie set during feudal Japan or some shit.
That would be cool. I mean,
the new Aliens movie looks pretty cool. Aliens, was it Romulus?
oh yeah, no, that one does look pretty cool.
looks pretty cool.
We kind of have a hard time putting aliens on Earth. They tried it with AVP, and
Yeah. I mean, it is. They tried to set that up with the fucking Alien Resurrection.
Yeah.
Where it's like, ooh, they're coming to Earth. Or even in the trailer of fucking Alien 3. Like, Alien Cubed.
yeah, Alien Cubed. Ooh, they're coming to Earth.
But, yeah. That movie had a whole bunch of production issues. Fucking, oh, we're not going to trust this director because he hasn't really made a name for himself or anything. It's just, this little guy named David fucking Fincher.
I don't think he's going to do much. I don't see a future with this guy. I mean, plus the amount of fucking takes he's going to fucking require for us to get even anything.
Yeah, God. Studio interference.
Someone
is
leading a
such
bit
bullshit.
too hard on the cube.
Have you, watching the director's cut of Alien 3, it's actually not that bad. Like, it's a decent movie, but just the regular version's like, I do agree with the. No, like how Fincher set it up actually set Resurrection up a lot better because, spoilers, at the end of Alien 3, Ripley kills herself because she has a xenomorph in her, and it's the last one, and she jumps into the fire, and then in the original version it bursts out of her chest, and then they both fall, like she grabs it and they both fall. But in my opinion, that kind of takes away like the setup for Resurrection because you can clearly like it's out of her, whereas like in the Fincher cut she just falls into the fire. It's still in her, so their DNA would be like it's all fused together. So when they get her DNA and clone her, she's half xenomorph, half Ripley, and everything. So it kind of works a little bit better in that way, in my opinion. Not that I'm a huge Alien fan or anything, but. No, I fuck with Aliens so hard.
I mean, it's around the awesome time of like really cool, fun, like horror creatures.
Yeah.
Which especially like with the practicals that were done with like Alien, Predator, all those ones. The practicals done in this, like really just well done stuff that stands the test of time. That's an awesome time, I guess. Like now to like kind of look back and reflect on. Yeah. Kind of like horror movies and the genre itself, things that establish themselves.
We gotta do an Aliens marathon.
Oh hell yeah! Like I've barely seen any of the Aliens movies.
Yeah.
The only one I've seen all the way through was Prometheus. And
I love Prometheus.
It was fine.
Again, fanboy.
Yeah.
Well, I fucking love Prometheus.
I thought it was fine. I mean, Fassbender. Fassbender just captivated the fuck out of me.
No, he's the best part of the
holy shit
Prometheus and
the one with McBride and shit.
Yeah, whatever that one was called.
Prometheus
Alien Covenant.
Oh, Covenant, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
No,
Covenant.
like he's the best part of those movies.
Oh yeah, no, he does. Well, he's just a brilliant goddamn actor.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah, shout out Fazzy Boy. But yeah, the new one looks pretty good. But we're still kind of on topic here, talking about aliens. The Thing is an alien. It's just weird, obscure, like Lovecraftian alien.
Yeah, but like in the original books, though, it's not like what it's depicted to be in the quote unquote remake with Carpenter's. It's like more like buggy kind of like insectoid, like purple and black and
yeah, and then even like the Thing from Another World is just fucking David Prowse in it. I think it's David Prowse. Yeah, but in like subtle makeup. Yeah, he looks like a monster, but he doesn't look like
a monster.
Crazy.
Yeah,
he's still humanoid.
Where this is just like that is a monster.
Yeah, like this one's like straight up. Oh, John Carpenter was reading some Lovecraft, wasn't he?
Well, I mean, he was too, which is what another thing I like really appreciated, which you would never get these days. no way, no snowball chance in hell. The months allowed, like why the story is so tight is like he was like allowed months, and they'd halt production for him to like make sure shit tied together.
Yeah.
Like there's no way in hell you'd get that right now.
At
Like,
this point, he's already made Halloween and Halloween 2, so the studio's just like, all right, and The Fog, and fucking like, all right, so Carpenter, let's just let him go.
Just let him fucking go. Yeah, but you're not going to get that now, and I don't think there's any modern director where you can get away with doing that for the most part. There might be a few depending on the studio, but
yeah, depending. Yeah, it's like they'd have to be like, I think like Spielberg, Scorsese, like those directors, they're gonna be like, all right, make your movie, but we're gonna have somebody on set. We're gonna have what is it? I guess the producer, either a producer, a line producer, or something. I don't know. Film nerds in the comments, let me know which producer it actually is that tells you what you can and can't do from the studio and shit. I can't remember off the top of my head, but anyway, yeah. So you gotta have the person there telling you, now the studio said you can't do this, and then on the set of Forrest Gump, the fucking director's like, all right, I'm gonna do it though.
Well, I also think that's the difference between like with those other directors, like with Spielberg and Scorsese. Like they are great and brilliant directors. The cinematography, everything they do is awesome. But I don't know if they're as much storytellers to the extent that John Carpenter seems to be.
Yeah,
like with Scorsese, like with Casino, a lot of shit was just fucking riffed and made up on the spot, and
it just is like, yeah. I think I'm along those same lines with you. Like they're directors.
They're directors. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying like no Marty, Stevie, baby, love you guys.
Yeah,
but
like
you guys
they're great. They're brilliant.
They're brilliant fucking directors. I just when it comes to
yeah,
an
I'll
actual
agree with you.
story, I don't know if they're quite up to.
Yeah.
Like
you know, Halloween 2 was written in one night by John Carpenter while he was drunk.
I vibe with that hard, man.
He didn't want to do it, but the studio's like, dude, we got to capitalize on this. And he's like, all right. So he got drunk and just wrote it in one night. It's like, all right, fuck it. It's the same night. Laura's in the hospital. Shit happens.
A few hours later, still I don't give a fuck. Just
dude, he's slowly becoming my favorite. It's like that quote is like, I didn't mean to make any like. I didn't mean to make these iconic horror movies. All I want to do is play video games and watch basketball. It's the fucking best.
I'm just doing my thing, man. Like, yes, no, I went out with the intention of just making all this iconic imagery and monsters and shit like that. That was my goal. As like, no, just clear, like motherfuckers just looking to make movies, have fun.
And like I said for a long time, like, yeah, I want to be Rob Zombie. I want to be a rock star and a filmmaker. But like, also like, I feel like I'm more like I want to be John Carpenter, who's also a rock star and a filmmaker. But like, yeah, I feel well. Also, Zombie is heavily influenced and getting the Halloween remake and everything. And
oh god, I can only imagine the pressure behind that. Like,
that was he said the first one was fine, but yeah, there was a lot of studio interference and shit with that. And then the second one, they just let him riff. And he was like, I guess,
right. But yeah, no, I'm excited to see this. I'm pretty goddamn sure I haven't seen this movie all the way through. But...
Speaking of Rob Zombie, we got to add Lords of Salem onto the.
Oh yes,
we have. I think I just have it in my notes as like Rob Zombie movies. Like the Devil's Rejects trilogy is really really fun. I love Lords of Salem. I think that's his best movie. It's very, very tight. It's focused. And like, I feel like between, The Devil's Rejects and Lords of Salem, like those are his two best movies. People say House of a Thousand Corpses is better than Devil's Rejects, but I think that's more like, it's better in a B movie stance where it doesn't take itself seriously and it's goofy and fun. Whereas Devil's Rejects is a better horror movie. Like it's very tightly grounded in reality, and it's just about these three fucking psychopaths that are on the run, like murdering and being terrible people. Like it's the better horror movie, but House of a Thousand Corpses is a better B movie.
I think that's where my knowledge for the thing comes from, is because there's a homie I had growing up. Named Brett, who back when MP3s first came out and you can actually burn MP3s on CDs, gave me Rob Zombie's entire discography on MP3. Like, it's still very sheltered little Mormon kid. Like, this is me branching out. This is me getting into the hard,
There you
dark
go.
shit. Is
Yeah.
me going for like,
Zombie's a good good intro.
oh my god, dude! Like,
Yeah.
I fucking loved it. I remember like trips driving up to Salt Lake and me just listening to it on my tiny little like 2-inch MP3.
Oh
with,
yeah,
like,
you get the original iPod Shuffle.
Yeah, the itty bitty tiny motherfuckers with your little headphone jack.
It doesn't. All it has is the fucking buttons on it.
Just fucking listening.
Clip
on,
it to your fucking shirt.
shit, and you're just
Yeah.
sitting in the back of the car listening to that, and just like really being blown away, and kind of like, all right, I think I can understand horror. I can like this more scarier elements of things. And then I think he was the one who gave me the opinion not to go see the prequel in 2011 because he's like, no, dude, like, you don't need to ruin that. He was very much into classic B movie horror stuff, Rob Zombie and the like.
I would agree with that opinion too. Unless you're already like a huge fan of the original and shit, I would say wait to watch it.
Yeah, wait to watch it. Which I mean, he was, super cool homie. Thank you for introducing me to Rob Zombie, man. I remember blushing so incredibly hard at the worst time, sitting in the back of the car and like on a trip. My mom just happens to look into the rearview mirror, and I'm just blushing because the Brick House 2002 remake came on, and how it starts off. It's the first time Cole's listening to anything like this, and you got just woman going,
Yeah.
I can start. I'm like, oh, I remember blushing so bad. My mom looking back and was like, "What are you listening to?" Nothing.
Nice.
Nothing at all.
Well, dude, that's kind of my thing. Is like I love putting on fucking More Human Than Human, but
Yeah.
it always starts.
Oh yeah, yeah, More Human Than Human and Brick House. I'm like, oh my god, so many.
Did you see that meme that gets floated around every now and again? It's like, no, Rob Zombie, vagina is not an instrument.
Bullshit. You make an instrument out of that. So yeah, oh god. Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. There was something else I had in my mind about like because a lot of my shit on this movie I don't want to say until after, because I don't want to spoil really anything that happens. But I'll be taking a lot of notes just as they come, like because I know a lot about this movie behind the scenes and everything, but it's hard to think of off the top of my head. And most of them are spoilers, so as they happen in the movie, I'll be keeping track and shit. But anyway, I think that is going to bring us to today's sponsor. This podcast is brought to you by Hopkins Brewing Company, a low-key brickline brew pub with great friends, great food, and great beer. Today, I had the Cascade Oat Saison. And it's a very very middle ground beer. I'm not gonna talk shit on it, even though I did at the bar. It's actually a really good beer. It's not like a regular Saison. It's not like super sour or anything. It's actually very weedy and nice. It's a very middle tier beer, and middle tier not in grade, but as in. It's not too bitter, but it's not too sweet. It's very right in the middle. It's a nice, just a light, crisp beer.
Oh yeah, it's not going to challenge your palate whatsoever. Like,
Yeah.
We're like,
It's very easy to drink.
And whereas I had the Stonewall Sour in honor of Pride Month, which they brewed that around. This is a nice sour beer with some mild, dry hops behind it. I'm enjoying this current iteration of that, especially with it being Pride Month around the time of recording. It's just a nice, fun, great sour. We've also got a lot of merch behind it, like
check out our Pride merch. We got a bunch of the other Saison. The Stonewall Sour Saison is our special beer that we brew every Pride Month, and we've got shirts for that one with the rainbow
rainbow
Stonewall
logo
on
of the beer itself, but it's all rainbowed, and then on the back it says the first Pride was a riot, which is awesome.
Just an amazing sour, amazing merch. Go check out Hopkins, and if you talk to a bartender and use the word Cole-astic, you will get 15% off merch. And
You're gonna have to sleep sometime, McWillie.
I'm a real light sleeper, child.
You gotta be fucking kidding.
oh my love that movie. I love that movie so much.
I still don't know if I've seen it before.
Well, you have now.
I can now say for certain that I have seen The Thing.
Oh God, it's so good.
But I'm still not. Yeah, I don't know if Child Cole ever saw that.
Dude. So like yeah, playing the game, I'm always Childs. Like that's my boy.
It's my boy.
I was like, yeah, somebody can be Kurt Russell, somebody can be McCready, that's fine. But no, I'm fucking Childs. I'm Keith David every time. It was like as soon as I busted out, like I just grabbed the character cards and grabbed Childs and then set up the game. Then everybody's going through. It's like, wait, where's Childs? I'm right here.
No, that was really, 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 really good. That was.
Dude, the claustrophobia, like just their subtle decline into fucking paranoia, and when Windows like freaks out and tries to grab the shotgun, and shit, it's like so good, so timed out like well. Anyway, I want to get right into the notes.
Yeah, dive right in.
All right, where are you at?
My very first note was right at the very beginning.
Yeah,
Antarctica, winter, 1982. Yeah, it's Antarctica, man. You don't need to specify the fucking season. It's cold as tits.
it's cold.
You don't need to specify that it is fucking winter. Like I can. Oh, was it cold there? Oh,
It's cold. It's
is that why this is happening? Because it's winter in Antarctica?
Yeah, no,
Oh.
it's just cold all the time.
Well, I guess in 1982 you could safely assume it's cold. Now who knows how warm it gets around whatever time.
Oh
of year.
yeah, it might be nice.
Yeah. See. Could be.
I have my summer house in Antarctica.
It's bikini weather
It's
this time of year.
It's actually kind of nice.
Oh, it's incredibly
you know,
nice.
you can go swimming if I mean, it's just like swimming in California in December.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
it's chilly.
It's
But,
fucking. I mean, just depends. You're brave enough to fucking do that.
yeah,
Yeah, mostly just like, when. Yeah, no, I know.
my first one is Nordic spoilers.
Nordic spoilers. Oh yeah.
So if you made it this far, I'm assuming you've watched the movie, and if you haven't, there's going to be a lot of spoilers, as there is in every episode.
Yeah. Haven't figured that out yet. That's your fucking fault.
So yeah, Nordic spoilers. The two Norwegian guys that are shooting at the dog in the beginning of this movie, yeah, they're yelling like, "Don't touch it! It's not human."
It's not actually a dog. It's something that's disguised as a dog.
Yeah.
It's not a real. It's a thing. A thing.
Yeah, so it spoils it right away. But they also don't have subtitles, and
Yeah.
so if you don't speak Norwegian, you have no fucking idea.
Oh yeah, which is part of it all, which is really really cool. The only thing that confused me is like, can a dog outrun a helicopter? Because there's multiple shots where the helicopter's a lot further back than where the dog. So I guess maybe it has enhanced speed from.
It
being a
could,
thing?
yeah, it could be partly weather, partly the guy barely like he's only learning to fly the helicopter. He doesn't really.
Oh,
know.
I guess this was tied into the prequel then. If the guy's
I-
actually a helicopter pilot or not.
Yeah, I don't remember if he is or not, but I mean he got it off the ground and landed it, so.
It's also just not taking nearly enough shots, and they're terrible with their grenade aim. I don't think those guys actually wanted to kill that.
Yeah, that dude. I think he's not a marksman by any means.
Well, I guess I'll have to go back and watch the prequel to figure out who those two fuckers were.
Yeah. Go ahead with your next one.
My next note is just bulky ass computers when he's
Oh,
playing
yeah.
the chess game.
The 1980s
It's
computers.
just like, oh, they're so thick and heavy.
Yeah, and then along that same line, my next note, cheating bitch, because the
because the computer.
the computer actually does make an illegal chess move. So it's funny. It works in both ways, whether or not she actually is or not. It's funny. He's like, you cheating bitch, and then he fucking blows up the computer with his whiskey.
Yeah, because you just fuck it, burn it to the ground. Then if I'm not going to win, then just let's burn it out of the ground, which ties
But
into
yeah, foreshadowing.
Yeah, foreshadowing.
But yeah, it's funny. Yeah, fucking cheating bitch.
cheating bitch, and then just wastes all that fucking whiskey into the goddamn port of the computer, which is weirdly just easy poor access port. Like,
Yeah.
it's like we understand like this game.
Yeah, easy access fan, internal hardware shit.
Yeah.
My next one is Fuchs is just a discount Richard Dreyfuss.
Yeah.
Which has nothing to do with the actual movie. But yeah, the guy that plays Fuchs looks like Richard Dreyfuss.
Fucks.
Yeah, Fuchs.
Fucks looks like Richard Dreyfuss. Richard Dreyfuss, Mr. Holland's opus.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. We got to throw Jaws on the list.
Yeah, I've actually never seen that.
Jaws is really good.
I've kind of seen that, My mom watched that movie when she was pregnant with me, visiting her family in Florida, and then she was the only one to get into the ocean after that.
That doesn't fucking count.
That counts.
That doesn't count.
I was around. I got fed to that movie.
Yeah, that's another one that's like it's been around for so long.
Everybody fucking just knows it.
You just know the movie.
Like, you know that the sharks, like the mechanical shark, name is Bruce.
Yeah, it's
You
Bruce,
know.
and it never worked. And incidentally, that made the movie 10 times better.
Because it wasn't. Yeah, everybody knows this. Don't have to fucking watch it anymore. Then my next note is why go for the grenade?
Yeah, why go? Just fucking run, dude.
Just let it go. Like, I'm just going to unbury it, and then do what?
Yeah.
Fuck. I'm glad you're dead.
Fucking idiot.
Dumbass. Clearly, you were not the thing because you're like, oh, I'm about to jump on this.
Yeah, I'm gonna get this grenade real quick.
That has just been fucking lit. No, right next to a run.
Yeah.
Dumbass. Yeah, my next note still involves the Norwegians.
What?
Yeah. That's some strong note taking points, and then that's some very just like, oh, I'm just gonna fucking watch this. This is an awesome movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, before it breaks up for a little bit, it's mostly just noting that this is this is set in 1982. Let's just know the winter.
Yeah.
1982.
Right. In Antarctica.
English is taught throughout a majority of the world by this point, and especially for like a lot of European countries, like English is like a second or third language.
Yeah.
Use your broken ass fucking Norwegian English.
Well, they don't. I think one, it's like he's panicking and that's fine. That I think that character actually didn't know English.
Maybe. I mean, there's a possibility, but they pass a sign letting them know that they're now on United States Outpost 31 territory.
Yeah, true.
Like,
I think it's just that he's panicking and he can't. Yeah, he's just yelling. The sign brought up a good point, or you brought up a good point with the sign, because I was gonna say he doesn't necessarily know that they're American, but with the sign, yeah. I mean, he didn't necessarily have to see it.
But also, you are freaking out. Like this thing,
and he's keeping his eye on the
stuff.
dog and shit. So I think it's a variety of factors, and I think it's played very well to keep us out of the loop.
Oh, definitely. I mean, obviously, if the movie's over, if he just would have used broken English to be like, that's like
some monster shit or whatever.
Yeah,
it's like no, dude, it's a dog. You're freaking out, man.
It's like it's just a fucking dog that somehow ran a helicopter, dude. Calm down, man.
Calm down. You want a Zanny?
Yeah, you need a Zanny, bud? We got some Zanny. You need some whiskey? We're almost out. A guy just wasted a whole bunch putting it into the computer.
Yeah. Next.
The hat.
Oh yeah, McCready's fucking weird ass hat.
Well, I was watching a Kurt Russell interview. He didn't even fucking pick that hat. Like, wardrobe picked it out for him, and he's like, "This is a fucking stupid hat." Like,
yeah,
but just wear the damn hat.
Just wear the hat.
And now, like years later, he's like, "Yeah, no, like it was a good call on them. Like I had no idea because the hat's become iconic."
Yeah,
like with the characters. Like I had no idea.
It's true. About. His little game character has
has a little that stupid fucking hat.
It's weird, his weird Stetson with the fucking bill folded up.
Like it's like made into a square all around, but it's
so weird,
fucking stupid. But yeah, just noticing that, knowing that Kurt Russell, that was not a Kurt Russell choice. That was not the actor. Like, oh no, my character would have this hat. He's like, what the fuck is this?
What the fuck is this?
This looks stupid as hell. They're like, just put it on. Wardrobe's got it. And
wear the hat, Tim.
Just wear the fucking hat.
Keep going with yours because I'm a little bit further in.
Next note is just Superstition with an exclamation point. I mean, little on the nose, but also I just fucking love that song. So any chance to fucking hear Stevie Wonder?
Oh yeah,
it's fucking fantastic.
I was thinking, I was like, what the hell are you talking? Oh, song. Oh, the song.
Superstition. Yeah, which also then plays because then like it gets quieter because it's all playing all nice and loud. Like, oh, this fun little group of who are these? That's another note. Like, who are these people? Why are they there?
They're researching
what?
Whatever's in Antarctica.
Nothing.
I don't know.
No.
Does it matter?
No, it doesn't. That's what
they need. They need scientists, engineers,
and a helicopter pilot,
and
which is
and
what
helicopter.
Because I was wondering what the fuck McCready was doing there until he's like, oh, like when he's doing the little recordings, he's like, oh, helicopter. Like, oh, so he's the helicopter guy. Okay, that's his job.
Yeah,
is to fly a helicopter.
So
that's why he's drinking all the time because he's like, the only reason I'm here is to fly the fucking helicopter, which I can only do during certain times because this is Antarctica in the winter.
Exactly. Yeah, he's just fucking drunk. He's drunk and playing chess the entire time.
Playing chess against. That's a rough
also
life.
Going back to the chess, it just keeps McCready in that level where it's like, oh, he's a strategist. He's got he can plan and stay level headed without panicking and shit like that. So that like half-minute scene,
Yeah.
like sets his character up so well.
Oh yeah, so well. Well, also I kind of did like wondering who the fuck they were and why they were there because it really doesn't matter.
No.
Once the movie gets going, I don't give two shits what the fuck they were supposed to be doing there.
Yeah.
Which like a movie nowadays would have to it would go out of its way to let you know why they are here and what's
it
going on.
doesn't fucking matter,
yeah.
dude.
It's like no, this movie's like no, let's just fucking go.
They're just a group of people that are at this research station, researching whatever the fuck. It doesn't matter.
Doing research shit.
Doing that's their job.
Do you need to know? No, we're gonna start with a weird opening title where it's all.
Yeah. Well, that's classic play on the original movie too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're just gonna start like that. It's like okay, boom. Antarctica, winter, 1982.
What else?
Stashless Brimley is weird. Don't care for.
Oh, Stashless Wilford Brimley.
Yeah. It's
so
uncomfortable.
weird.
That's how you know that he's a thing.
Yeah, it's
Where's
so
the
weird
stash?
seeing him without his mustache.
It's gross.
But he's very good in this movie.
Oh yeah. Man's a very talented actor. There's a reason he had a long career like he did.
Yeah.
But just,
Being able to say fuck in a kid's movie.
yeah. Well, it's also reminded me because we made the grumpy old men joke, which he was in Grumpy Old Men with Walter Matthau, who was in Bad News Bears, where they have gratuitous use of the N-word and of minors drinking.
Oh, in the original one, yeah.
Yeah, original Bad News Bears, not the Billy Bob Thornton remake, but it's like rated PG, but like there's like constant swearing and drug and alcohol use.
Yeah,
the
back
entire thing.
when it was okay to say the N-word and still be a PG movie.
Oh yeah, it's totally like this is just a fun movie about kids learning to play baseball. Don't worry, the kids are gonna get drunk and they're gonna toss.
It's okay. It's a baseball movie. Only white people are watching it anyway.
Exactly.
Just kidding.
Okay. It's okay. Nobody's actually watching it because nobody's
only white people and Puerto Ricans.
I'm from Puerto Rico. I'm new to this country. I
so
don't know the rules.
Getting into mine. I have the prequel continuity. Like, there's a lot of really good bits when they go back to the Norwegian research facility, and the prequel did a really good job just keeping that continuity from this movie with the axe in the wall, the dude that killed himself, committed unalive. Excuse me, the dude that committed unalive.
Or you could use the new word that Papa Meat used. Sewer slide.
Sewer slide. The dude that sewer slided himself. And yeah, just the weird like Two-Face thing that they find frozen outside. Like I thought that was cool that they did that. But being in the time like before, like we have to do all these things. It's less fan service and more keeping the continuity.
Yeah.
Which I would say it's more fan service now that when
if
that.
they would have done it now, then it just would have been pure fan service instead of just trying to tie into the actual continuity itself. Like 2011's right. We start dipping into just like
right on that
pure
line where,
fan service.
We're in what we got? Thor, maybe.
Thor,
Captain America. So we're still pre-Avengers, but
yeah.
Anyway, let's see. The next one I have is Blair being right. Like Blair in the beginning when he's freaking out, like we're not getting out of here. None of us are getting out of here. Like him doing the research on the computer and it's saying like probability that someone's infected 75%, like already.
Yeah. The amount of hours it'll take for this thing to spread once you reach the civilized place is 27,000 hours.
Yeah, it's like, dude, it's nuts. He's just like him being right and like destroying everything, making sure they can't get out or contact the outside world. Like him just being right off the get go. Like, no, we're fucking dead already. The fact that this thing is here.
Yeah.
Like one of you's already infected.
That my weirdly supercomputer from 1982 was able to calculate.
Yeah. But I had that and just
it's got Pong graphics, but it's like, yeah, no, with this thing,
they do what they can, like. Knocking him out and chaining, like putting him in the tool shed and everything, but like, because they're just thinking he's freaking out and being, manic or whatever the hell. But he's actually like he's telling them, he's yelling at them, like, I know you guys don't know, you think I'm crazy, but like it's already here. We're already dead. None of us are getting out of here, and. So
and then once he starts finally coming down, that's when you know that he's actually like he's no longer.
Yeah, when McCready goes back to him and he's got the noose hung up and he's just like super calm. He's like, nah, he's infected.
Yeah, he's infected. He's done it. That's when he's able to apparently dig that big asshole and start working on
Yeah, he's been working on the fucking ship for countless how many. I think the story takes place over like 2-3 days.
Okay,
if
is that how long? I was curious
Yeah.
because it's like that seems like a pretty fast time to assemble a spaceship out of spare
It
parts.
was like the first day. Yeah, it's the first day they get the dog, and then like that night it infects somebody, and then they blow it away in the kennel, and then the next day they lock up Blair. Like it's the next day after that he's researching and he destroys it, and then they lock him up, and then I think the day after that is the last day. So yeah, it's like 3 days.
See, it would have been nice to have that, just like as like little cron instead of just winter in Antarctica. I mean, the winter's obvious. The amount of time passing is not.
Yeah. Keeps it ambiguous, which is kind of nice. I like.
I mean, that definitely also adds to all of it because like how
and they do
fast
talk
is
about
happening.
that. Like they're like they've only been there or the Norwegians have only been there for what did they say, like 8 days or something?
Yeah,
And it's like that's no time like for people to get fucking cabin fever and shit.
go
It was
stir
like,
crazy.
Yeah, these like
Yeah,
what
well,
happened to them in like 3 days. So it kind of foreshadowed it a
Yeah.
little bit. Like
But then you also have the line afterwards, which is like, man, it just takes 5 minutes being here before you start losing your...
it's true. Yeah. Palmer had definitely had a point.
Yeah, it's just like, no, it just takes 5 minutes. Like, we're in the middle of bum fucking nowhere. In winter, apparently.
Yeah, don't forget that.
It's in winter.
It's winter in Antarctica.
They needed to fucking type that up. I'm not going to let that go. That's the first thing I fucking noticed.
Oh, yeah.
Dogs smell Terminators, but not things until no one is around.
I think...
I mean, honestly, for the suspense fact, because like
It
if you
makes
bring the
sense.
thing dog into a kennel full of normal dogs, the normal dogs start freaking out.
It kind of makes sense, though, like, because the Terminator, like... I don't know. Dogs are already sketchy of people, for the most part, but, like... I think they can tell, like, that's not an alive thing.
Okay, no,
It's
that
a-
makes
it's a-
more sense.
it's a
Like, yeah,
machine. And
synthetic
then
life
I
versus
think-
actual life.
This is me just speculating, throwing theories out, fan theories, off the top of my head. But I think like the reason why they don't initially freak out is because the dog is so, or the thing dog is so like ingrained with its DNA that the other dogs can't tell. Like, yeah, it's just another dog. But once it starts like,
Which realize like
once it starts like changing, not like even to the point where like it starts like vibrating and actually like changing, but just like it could be giving off like a certain pheromone or like feeling like, because dogs can tell the vibe, so it's
Yeah.
starting to give off this weird vibe or pheromone. So that's when they start freaking out before it even starts like moving.
Yeah, which it probably waits to do. I mean, just to contradict my own note, waits to do after Clark leaves because it's able
Yeah.
to sense like because it can.
It does like it's been around people
Yeah.
already, the Norwegian, so it knows that it can't just go out of its way to just fucking go for it, right?
Yeah, well, and also certain memories are ingrained because you could tell, like, well, just from what I've read and watched based on the prequels, the comic books, and all that, like a lot of stuff is ingrained, which is why it's able to fake having the heart attack as the one dude.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he has a pre-existing heart condition, which they kind of
Right,
lightly
exactly.
touch on.
It probably I was thinking that too. It's probably
So it's-
thinking it's like,
probably
oh, this
that.
guy has a bad heart. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I can play this
So
up.
I can play this up. I know what to do. This is the right moment for us to just, and then
And also building the spaceship, that got me thinking like, the thing is like, it's a hive mind, but it's like a hive mind, but it's down to like its cells,
yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like one being, but it's like a hive mind of cells. So like even if the cell gets away, it still knows how to build the spaceship and replicate and do the things. It's all one thing.
yeah. It's kind of like with if I can make another connection to comic books, with like symbiotes.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, like carrying on past knowledge, like pulling out the codex from the previous like host and all that, carrying it on for like the next symbiote or next hive, next host, whatever.
And
like,
that's why
carrying-
Venom has the spider and everything.
Yeah, because like other Clintar / symbiotes don't have that, but he just kept that because he wanted
Unless
to.
you're Tom Hardy's Venom.
Unless you're Tom Hardy's Venom, then
you're gay.
just,
Anyway.
And then apparently you just drop a trailer out of nowhere.
Apparently you're gay. Like, how did they retroactively make Venom gay? Like, I'm okay with it, but I'm like,
Oh,
what?
that's because that's actually a lot of comic book writing. People started just shipping the symbiote with Eddie Brock. Like let's just.
I mean, I get it. Yeah. I get it. It makes sense the more I think about it. But yeah, it's just kind of funny. It felt like it came out of nowhere, but no, it actually makes a lot of sense the more I think about it.
Yeah, I mean, you spend that much time with somebody inside you, I guess you'll eventually start changing.
Yeah. Let's see, where are you at?
Was there awards for animal actors? Because this movie has good puppies.
Yeah, those
dogs are doing
good.
great job.
Those were some good dogs.
Those are some good dogs, some great dog. We've seen a lot of really solid fucking animal acting, and so I feel like that's got to be a category.
This movie definitely has great animal acting.
Yeah,
they were all very good dogs, especially for huskies that are
huskies.
That are super energetic and loud and talky and shit.
Yeah,
like they were very docile.
There was not a single.
Well, there was, but I mean, it was only after the thing started freaking out.
Yeah, it's because that needed to happen.
Yeah. So again, very good boys.
Very good boys, and they deserve all the awards.
And girls, I think, because I don't want to.
Well, that's why I just wrote puppies.
Yeah, puppies. Very good dogs.
Yeah, just good dogs. Good dogs.
Good dogs all
around. Which is weird because didn't this movie win a Razzie?
Probably.
I think it did because it didn't do.
It sounds about right.
Razzie.
Which would be really fucking, which is really fucking dumb in retrospect, but
yeah. That's like trying to give a Razzie to a child actor and fire. Oh, wait, they did that too.
Oops. All right, next, because mine isn't until Windows freaks out.
Oh shit. Okay. McCready's paranoia, keeping the flamethrower. Like, I noticed the paranoia from him, like marking the fact that everything was burnt. So that's why I kind of feel like you'd wonder at first why he's
at the Nord camp.
At the Nord camp, he'd recognize the fact that everything was burnt up, and that's why he says, "Tell Childs to grab the flamethrower," because normally that'd be like I would feel like that'd just be an irrational thing to jump to.
Yeah, it's wild to even have a flamethrower.
Like, what the fuck is that? What is that?
Let alone fucking just go get one.
Yeah, exactly. So when they have a flamethrower,
I hadn't thought about that. That's a very good point.
But I kind of feel like that's just paranoia, keeping things in mind. Is like, okay, some shit clearly went down here.
And he's again the strategist in his head, like, okay, why are so many things burnt up? Why is this weird corpse mostly burnt?
Yeah, and why is this what looks like something that came out of like a block of ice?
But he didn't grab the flamethrower. He grabbed a shotgun and attempted to shoot up the thing. And then he told Childs to grab it before he even
started blowing the thing away. He's like, get the flamethrower, just in case.
It's a just in case.
Yeah, which is really cool. I found that some nice and subtle. Just like this guy clearly
very good pull. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Because I thought that was a weird thing to I wouldn't just. I mean, maybe I would because fire is cool.
Fire cleanses sins. Fire will cleanse our sins.
It's cleansing. But he doesn't seem like the kind of man to believe in fire being a cleansing thing unless he visited a place where some shit went down. Now some shit's going down in the middle of bumfuck nowhere in the middle of winter.
He's like,
that's
so wild just having fucking flamethrowers on hand.
Yeah.
Which, I mean they're in Antarctica. Let's burn up the ice. And I was thinking about that. Why the fuck would you even have a flamethrower? But it does kind of make sense.
Yeah, middle of the goddamn ice. So,
it's like, the only way to get in here would be to chip away at the door with fucking this or pack a bunch of salt or fucking flamethrower, dude.
Yeah. So fucking flamethrower. But yeah, just noticing the paranoia and then kind of
also dynamite.
They
just have fucking Kobe.
What kind of research were they doing? Exactly. Why are they there? They have
dynamite,
multiple flamethrowers,
shotguns,
dynamite out the wazoo.
Plenty of weapons on hand.
Fucking just goddamn everywhere.
I mean, I guess the guns make sense. It was like wildlife.
Yeah.
Polar bear comes out of nowhere. Yeah. You got to be. Yeah.
Polar bear comes out of nowhere. I'm sure a shotgun's going to do some work.
Yeah.
Over the largest fucking goddamn carnivore land mammal.
Hey, hit it in the right spot.
I
mean, Gary's a fucking marksman. He nailed that Nord with a fucking what?
Well, after breaking the goddamn window open,
a goddamn revolver from the window.
Yeah, right in the fucking eye.
Right in the eye, man.
Right in the fucking eye.
Gary's on it.
But also, man, you got to patch up that fucking window. It's cold.
I'm sure they did.
I mean, that wasn't shown.
That's off-screen shit.
That's off-screen shit. I don't need to be showing somebody patching up a window.
When McCready broke in the supply window, which also good point on that, but I don't know if you have notes about that later.
So we'll see.
I know where it's at in the movie. So once we get to that point in the notes, I can just bring it up.
Young Keith David is cool / off-putting.
Dude, Keith David is always just the best.
He's the best.
But yeah, seeing him young is like, so weird.
Oh, that's right. There's
less so Kurt Russell, like because that's just Kurt Russell in my head.
Yeah, that's just Kurt. That's just how Kurt Russell.
Old
looks.
Kurt Russell looks weird to me.
Yeah, that's
but like
weird.
Keith David, he is him now.
Yeah, exactly. Which is what I'm used to. I mean, so it's like, oh, ha, 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 oh, ha. Say some Spawn shit. Don't say any Spawn shit yet, but say some Spawn shit.
For those of you who don't know, Keith David is Spawn.
Yeah,
he is also not in the live action.
Not in live action, but he's the voice. That was
Jai Michael White.
Yeah,
Michael J. White.
Michael J. White and
Michael J. White.
Yeah, Michael J. White and John Leguizamo.
And But Keith David's also the president in Rick and Morty. He is.
He just does a lot of.
He's the Arbiter
work.
in Halo.
Yeah, Arbiter in Halo.
Yeah,
he's just a fucking.
He's got one of the best voices, and he's also he's another John Carpenter film. He's in They Live, which we need to throw on the list. It's Keith David and Rowdy Roddy Piper.
The fuck?
Do you not know about They Live? So Rowdy Roddy Piper finds a pair of sunglasses that lets him see how the world actually is. And it got invaded by aliens who can take the form of humans, and like all of the ads and shit, like McDonald's, like billboards and shit, just say like obey, like follow, and like tell everybody that. So he puts on the sunglasses. It's the movie where he walks into the bank with the shotgun and says, "I came here to chew bubble gum and kick ass,
and I'm all
out of bubble gum."
Okay, that's where that line comes from.
That movie.
Oh, okay.
So we gotta throw that. And then there's like a 5-minute fight scene with Keith David, and again bringing it back to that bit, Keith David and Roddy Piper, where he's trying to get him to put on the sunglasses, and they're fighting. That's where the put on the hat, Tim, and they're fighting. It's just that scene from They Live.
Okay.
Yeah.
Throw it on the fucking list, man.
Right.
Yeah, no, because I have no idea about that.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I haven't seen it all the way through, so I'm excited to watch that one.
Oh wow, I'm actually getting close to the end of my. Yeah.
Okay, so where are you at?
Aliens helped ancient civilizations cliche.
Oh yeah.
When he starts going off like, no man, they've been here the whole time.
Yeah, it was either the Predators or the Prometheans or the Engineers. Yeah.
Or just like any of our own real life theories.
Yeah.
Quote unquote.
Where a gray had sex with an ape and that made us.
Yeah. Or that's how we were able to build the pyramids or Stonehenge. Or
because stacking shit is so hard.
Because it's not like, you're so goddamn bored with nothing to fucking do. You're now an apex predator. You have
a bunch
farms.
of slaves. Let's stack shit.
Yeah, let's just stack shit, guys. What if we just stacked a bunch of shit?
What if we just stacked a bunch of rocks and shit together?
I mean, we want to
made like just one big house.
We want to reach the gods, right? Let's just stack shit.
Let's just.
It didn't work in Babylon, but hey, man, they were just using like mud and sticks and shit.
No, it had to be aliens. Really, you weren't like building Legos and shit when you were a kid.
Yeah, no, it had to be aliens. It's not like humanity is shown like just having these huge bursts of just like fucking industry and fucking inventions and shit like that. It has to just be aliens, not just.
Yeah, it has to be aliens. We can't have our own industrial revolution.
Not our
or
own
some
shit. It's all fucking aliens.
What would you call that? The ancient revolution, the ancient, not the industrial. The Mesopotamic revolution. I don't fucking know. Leave your suggestions in the comments for the bit.
For the Babylonic boom.
Babylonic boom.
There we go.
There we go. The alliteration really sells it.
The alliterations sell shit.
Yes.
I'm a ride or die for alliterations. And
same. Dude, alliteration gets my dick hard.
It's like, oh my God. Why do you think I fucking read comic books?
Yeah.
Man, every other character is a fucking alliteration.
Peter Parker, Bruce Banner.
Fing, fang, foom.
Fing, fang, foom.
Yeah. Man, it's fucking dope.
All right, let's go.
And then obviously,
I don't know why I feel like I'm rushing. I mean, we are almost done. We're half an hour in already.
Yeah, this is true.
But I mean, we can keep this one going for a while because this is the
thing.
Yeah,
no, I could definitely. I mean, even with
the last episode was only like 50 minutes. So.
Yeah, even with the short amount of notes I have, I could still talk about this fucking movie just because I kept watching it.
It's
had to get a shout out
fucking good
to my boy. Wanted to keep a clean kitchen. People stop throwing your goddamn drawers and my shit.
Oh yeah, Nall's fucking rocks.
Yeah,
He can get some roller skates.
Yeah, dude, get fucking
skate
roller
around
skates.
the kitchen.
I would absolutely do that, man. I can easily see me doing that, just rolling around
with some
roller skates. Absolutely.
Who threw those nasty ass
drawers? I'm trying to keep a clean kitchen here. Shout out to my boy.
That would be fucking awesome. Yeah, Nall's rocks.
Yeah, man.
Except for when he leaves McCready in the snow.
Yeah, but
that's the only dumb. Not dumb. It's not. I mean, it makes sense in the moment, but it's also like, God damn it, dude, that's McCready.
It's McCready, man, dude. I know you're not aware, but he's the hero of this story.
I know you're not aware, and I get it. I get it. But
I get it. I get it. You think you're the protagonist.
God damn it, Nalls.
Sorry, Nalls. You're just
sorry, bud.
You're just the cook.
All right.
Who gets to kind of go out like off screen in a bit of bitch.
But he also still gets to be a cool black guy. So it's
yeah.
We
get 2 cool black guys in this movie. You fucking kidding me?
Right?
And in 1982, hell yeah.
Yeah, let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go. One of them's Keith motherfucking David.
Exactly.
Jesus. Then just another note on old computers. Ha 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 ha. Just because of the when they start breaking down.
Oh, the cell. Yeah, the cell's breaking down.
The cell's breaking everything down, and just like, I mean, I'm pretty sure like computers back then definitely did nothing compared to what they can do now, but they definitely did a lot to where it would seem it could be just as easy as typing it into a computer and having it show up like that.
Yeah.
But now having, oh God, was it 40 years in between of like just a boom in technology,
Jesus, yeah.
all thanks to aliens. Nothing that we did. It was all aliens.
42 years.
40. Oh, fucking Christ.
Damn.
Whoa. Okay. Hold on a second. So yeah, 42 years. Even our computers can't. Or I doubt they'd be that accurate as be able to like. I mean, you'd have to plug in so much now just to even get a model that can properly predict the amount of people that'd be infected with this thing, or even how fast it would take for it to spread.
Well, you just get AI to do it now.
True. And even then, you can't trust it because you're like, that looks nothing like whatever I just typed
It
in.
looks exactly like a thing, though.
That is definitely a thing. Ah, man, I love that it's called The Thing, but also it just feels like so goddamn lazy at the same time. But it's also not though, because what the fuck do you call it?
Yeah, it really
it's the
is.
thing that came from outer space. It's
the thing from outer space.
It's not. It's not a xenomorph. It's not a whatever the fuck predators are actually called.
Yautja.
Yamchas.
Yamchas. Yeah.
It's not any of those fucking things. So yeah, it's called The Fucking Thing, and that's all. So that's just how you order for. It's very realistic, which I really, really appreciated about a lot of this movie.
It's one of those things.
It's one of those things. This thing. It was some thing.
You're gonna have to sleep sometime, McCready. I'm a real light sleeper, child. Fucking great.
Well, that is my next note because note before that was like, who are these people? Who is McCready? What is anyone's jobs here? Why? What is going?
Yeah.
But as we talked about earlier, I don't fucking need to know.
Yeah.
So my next note is him saying, someone more. It's when McCready starts to take over because he's like, let's have somebody more even-tempered child.
Yeah. That's okay. Cool. Yeah. So that's where my next.
Yeah, right around there because he's like, it's like I'm gonna hold on to it. He's like, no, let's get someone more even-tempered child. Homie's been nothing but chill this entire fucking time. He's just like, all right, it's a hell of a thing, but he's not losing his goddamn mind. So the whole even-tempered thing does not quite.
I mean, yes and no. You can see him freaking out sometimes, and he's not. Yeah, he's not. But I do agree with you. It hasn't been. It hasn't been.
It'd be like it
hasn't been like rammed down our throats that he's not even tempered.
Yeah,
but again, like they've been there for however long. They know each other and all that shit. I think that's more so like a. We got to have McCready be the guy.
It's like,
but I'm playing devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Okay. So that scene. Besides Fuchs, so when they're all crammed into this hallway in this one shot. So you got windows. Gary's got the gun on him. And then you got McCready, Childs, Nalls, Gary. Oh, I already said Gary. Childs, Nalls. Everybody but Palmer and the heart attack guy, whose name I can't remember off the top of my head. It's not. No, Bennings was the bald one who dies first.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know who I'm talking
I know.
about.
I know who you're talking
Yeah.
about.
So everybody except for Fuchs, Palmer, and that guy are in that one shot. So I marked it as like the things aren't in that shot.
Yeah.
Except for Fuchs, who kills himself.
Yeah.
But yeah, Palmer and that fucking, I don't know. God damn it. It's gonna drive me insane.
It's like trying to remember the name of like all 7 dwarves or all 7 deadly sins. You're gonna end up forgetting 1 or 2.
Dude, exactly. There's 12 fucking characters.
There's only 12 characters.
And Clark was also in that shot. Norris is the guy's name.
Honestly, I feel like they did my boy Clark dirty.
Yeah, they did.
Clark,
But
his only crime is that he loved dogs. Like he spends all of his time with dogs, making sure this dog is being chased by a helicopter and shot at is okay.
Yeah.
And then
he is the dog guy.
he's the dog, and he doesn't want to like that's why he runs away to go check on the dogs when Blair starts losing his shit.
Yeah.
And then you see him just like he's just that's his only crime is that he's an animal lover.
Yeah. And they did kind of do him dirty, but it also like it leaves that like it keeps that fucking claustrophobic anxiety like they don't know.
Oh yeah, well the paranoia behind it all because everyone's going to react in a certain way, and like if you're a strong animal lover, and this is like the one thing you're in charge of, which I'm guessing he's the take care of dogs guy because I guess you kind of need those.
I guess Clark's okay. That makes you a murderer now, doesn't it?
Ooh, good line. Like,
okay, so let's see. Oh yeah, and then in that same, let's see. Ooh, when it. Okay, so my next one isn't until McCready gets cut loose.
Until McCready gets cut loose? Okay, because my next note is right. It's another joke note. It's after they got some people tied up, and you've got McCready taking notes on the recorder. And my note is, I keep checking all these left behind tape recordings, but it's just filler. It's all filler.
Nice.
Just because they did make a Thing video game, and
oh yeah. I really want to play. My aunts have it like on their PS1 and shit.
Oh, dude, it looks. I was looking at it. It's so goddamn old.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
I remember playing it, but like I was at that age where I don't really understand.
Is that how video games or anything?
Well, I understand games. Like I could fuck anybody up in Smash Bros. By the time I was fucking 6, but like I don't understand games with a story nuance and that shit. So that's where I was at trying to play that. Like I'm just walking back and forth in the snow. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Anyway, I'm gonna pause it to hit the bathroom, grab another drink. Do you need a refill?
Yes, sir. Please and thank you.
All right. So yeah, where did we get to? Oh, we got to the scene where McCready gets cut loose. So they have. What are they called? Lifelines to the different buildings, because when it's super stormy and you can't see, you got to get to building to building. They got to have these ropes. So they were in McCready's. It was McCready and Knowles. They were in McCready's shack, and then Knowles thinks that McCready's the thing, so he chops the line and gets back to the.
This is after they do the testing, right?
No, this is right before they do the testing.
Oh no, that's right. Okay, yeah.
So when Knowles comes in and he's telling them all about it, Windows says, "When do you think it could have got to him?" It cuts to Palmer and Norris. I almost forgot his name again, but it cuts to Palmer and Norris, and Palmer says it could have gotten to him anytime. But they look at each other like they know they're both the thing, but they're like, "We didn't get to him." Like, what?
Did you do that? I didn't do that. Did you do that?
But they look at each other like, huh? So that was a fun subtle nod that I had forgotten about.
I mean, that's a nice subtle nod. So actually, no, I'll wait until the very end. I'll wait till the very end to get to this question that I definitely really want to go off on. But,
okay.
I really don't have any more notes, with the exception of a lot of just like slow fade transitions where it's like,
oh yeah, just a fade to blacks.
Fade to black.
Yeah.
Next scene.
Okay, so let's see. Things look at each other.
Things.
Oh yeah. The acting during the testing, like the whole testing scene, is just fucking edge of your seat. Like it's so good.
Oh yeah, I didn't take any notes during that because just like
but yeah, it's funny. Like after Palmer's finally canceled. They burn him, and Windows ends up getting burned too.
Even then, before like when Palmer starts like just like, all right, I've been caught, and they're all like just freaking the fuck, let me go! Oh my god!
Yeah, they're freaking out on the couch,
and he's like just rises up towards the goddamn.
Did you see his face? Like, all right, Palmer's up next. Like he goes, He's like, okay.
Oh yeah. I noticed that.
He's like, all right.
I know where this is
we
going.
go. He's just like, he just already knows. He's like, okay.
All right, well, let's see I'll make the most out of this.
Yeah. But yeah, like even the acting after that, like Childs and Knowles and Gary are the only three left besides McCready and Blair. But yeah, each one of them is just like waiting, like they're not even really sure that they're not a thing. Like just them, like Knowles is just like fucking like almost crying, like waiting, and like Child's like, let's do it.
Go on, do it. Well, I also kind of feel like it's either they don't know that they're the thing, or there's a good chance that the test isn't exactly, like foolproof, or so like they could be accused of being the thing and not be a thing because they just saw Clark take one to the dome, and didn't they? Yeah, because Clark's blood was never tested.
No, they tested Clark's blood.
Did they test Clark's
yeah,
blood?
that's why Childs calls McCready a murderer. That makes you a murderer.
They test him after he's already been shot in the head.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, but that's also just another way of like, yeah, because the paranoia is so high, like even whether or not this blood test proves anything, there's a good chance of them just being fucking set on fire.
Yeah.
So it's like, am I the thing? Am I not the thing? Am I just gonna get fucking lit on fire?
They don't even know. Like fucking Fuchs killed himself.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
And I'll wait until the end for that. But
yeah.
Okay, so my next one, their downfall was quarantining Blair.
Yeah, that's right.
Because if they didn't if they would have been able to catch an eye or keep an eye on him, he wouldn't have been able to run around, make a ship, infect other people.
Well, yeah.
They would have been
weird
fine.
Tunnel system that he dug and got all set up.
Maybe not, but that's kind of my thinking. Is they more or less would have been fine.
Well, I feel like if you're dealing with like some sort of imposter situation like that, you want to keep it's.
I'd want to be able to keep an eye on. Like, yeah, they can keep an eye, but he's so far away, being in a different building.
Well, one of the YouTube videos I was watching talking about this, like what really makes this like a great horror movie, and what really capitalizes the fact that they all split up and separate. Whereas in other movies, when they're all in a group, they're okay because like there's safety in numbers. Like if I think they use Scream as an example, like whenever like all the characters are together in Scream, no one's getting murdered. Everyone's fine because safety in numbers. But like this one, the paranoia makes them want to isolate and like kind of break away from each other because it's like, I can't trust, I got to keep to myself, which is really, really fucking cool. But keep everyone together that we can keep an eye on every single motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, don't trust anyone. I want all of you in front of me right now. I want you pissing in front of me. I don't give a shit. All right.
Stay in pairs. Yeah. It's like nobody gets to go.
Nobody gets to go off on their own. So yeah, I agree. That definitely is their downfall. Yeah. And also, just don't leave Wilford Brimley alone. You don't know the man's capable of. He's diabetes.
He doesn't have. Yeah, he needs his insulin.
He needs his insulin, man.
Let's see. And then okay, my very last one is the Molotov at the very end.
The Molotov at the very end.
So while they're, McCready polished off his alcohol the night before. And so he takes all of his empty whiskey bottles, fills them up with kerosene, and they're using them as Molotov cocktails.
All of his empty whiskey bottles.
Yeah, all of
them.
Homie. Yeah.
I'm
sure it's split between the 12 of them, right?
Is it? 'Cause don't see anybody else drink.
I mean, you do see Child's drink, but it's not alcohol.
As far as we know, because I've also seen. This is pretty much where I want to get to. The whole point of even talking about the thing is the ending.
Yeah.
Like talking about the ending, because I've seen I watched a couple. I took a really long shower today just watching like theories based on the ending of the thing.
Yeah, really long shower.
Really, really long
watching
shower.
Theories.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no. Like I also jerked off, but that was nothing to do with that. Yeah. But also I did also watch theories at the same time.
And then jerked off.
While watching the theories. Oh my God, it was a child.
It's Childs and McCready. Like,
Kurt Russell and Keith David.
Oh God. Anyway,
Ego and Spawn.
Yeah. I mean, I know that they're like, is it McCready? Is it Childs? Like, is it either of them? Is it both of them? Is it none of them?
Neither of them.
No, I'm very, very strict on the train where it's Childs and McCready gives him just a bottle of kerosene. My thinking is McCready was just gonna fucking light himself on fire because he thinks everybody else is dead. Like he blew up the thing. It's like, okay, well I might as well go out the way Fuchs would. Like I've got my kerosene. That's why he's raising it up. But
and also he's dead regardless. He's fired at everything.
He's gonna die at some point. And so my thinking is he raises up the bottle, but it's not to take a drink. He's gonna fucking pour it on himself and light himself on fire. But then Childs comes and stops him And, you know, it's like, all right, well, let's just wait around because he doesn't know. He's like, okay, well, more than likely Childs is also a thing, but I don't want him to fucking take me over and shit. Let's just chill out here in the snow. Here, drink this. Ah, thanks. And then he drinks the kerosene just to be sure. And it's like, and then he laughs. He's like, yep, I'm fucked. I'm fucked either way.
Yeah.
And we're all fucked because when the rescue team comes, then they're gonna find both of them frozen, and there you go.
And there you go. And then they're eventually going to thaw one or both of them, and then that's when you get the Thing 2, which the Thing 2 is actually supposed to be a TV movie. They started writing.
There is no Thing 2.
There's a script out there for it.
Bullshit.
You can read it.
Nope.
You can read it.
I refuse. Even if there is, it's not.
Oh, there is. And the Thing 2 is a thing.
No, fuck that shit. Dumb. No way.
But I mean, that is interesting to have that theory because that goes into the comic books where Childs is the Thing.
Yeah, and that was my talking when we talked about the comic books earlier. It leaves the ambiguity out of it, which is why the ending is so talked about. Is because it's so like there's so many theories. It's so talked about because that's a good ending. That's how a movie should end. You should walk out of the theater talking about like, what the fuck do you think? Like, do you think that? It sticks with you? Oh yeah, right. And adding in the extra, the comic books and shit just kills that.
I think the only thing to really do with the comic books is just to continue write. You just got a great premise for writing a story.
I'd say just write an original Thing story.
Like
if you want to go to like don't
things going up against Vikings.
Yeah, exactly. That's fucking badass. Like, but it also plays into the original thing because they say like this thing has been under the ice for 100,000 years or whatever. Fuck. Yeah. It's like Vikings made it everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like who's to say?
Or
like,
did they? Or was it aliens?
Who's to say it was that section of Antarctica wasn't like, I mean, it was, what 1100s. Wasn't like mostly melted at that point. I don't fucking know. Maybe it was probably more or less further over.
Well, even then, Vikings are, the Nords, and the Nords have at least 20% resistance to frost damage in Skyrim, so they can handle it.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, no, I'd fuck with that movie if they made a fucking Thing versus Vikings movie. Like, cast the Skarsgård in it. Let's go.
Yeah, that's probably why they went for the prequel in 2011 as opposed to a continuation because yeah, so like set up to okay, what was the other camp that you know about?
Yeah, because the continuation is dumb and doesn't exist.
And I was reading that there was some rumors about possibly doing a Thing 2 roundabouts this time because nobody can do anything original.
Yeah,
and I don't want them to.
No, I don't want them to either, and I'm sure John Carpenter doesn't want them to.
Yeah, no. I mean, even though I know we still have Keith David and Kurt
Russell.
Kurt Russell almost said Michael Douglas.
Damn.
Brain took a huge shit right there for a second.
Fucking Martin Sheen and Michael Douglas, I understand.
Yeah, but
fucking
Kurt Russell and Michael Douglas. That's right. Kurt Russell cheats on his wife with Glenn Close and she ends up boiling the bunny alive. Yeah. Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
Married to Catherine Zeta-Jones. Not Goldie Hawn.
Got throat cancer from Goldie Hawn.
That guy.
That's such a fucking dumb excuse, dude.
I don't think that's even the real. That's not even the real case.
No. It's so just Chad based. Like, yeah.
He got throat cancer from fucking eating pussy.
Yeah, I got throat cancer from eating pussy, dude.
That's why.
Oh, because I ate so much fucking pussy.
That's why I don't do it, man. Michael Douglas got throat cancer. I'm not gonna get throat cancer. Fucking not going. I mean, of course she's got to suck my dick, but I'm not fucking eating pussy.
I'm fucking eating pussy.
Fucking going on.
You got to do that
Michael
with
Douglas.
an Italian accent.
I'm not eating the fucking pussy.
Yeah, Italians are famous for not eating pussy.
It's because they're too busy slurping up noodles.
Too busy sucking dick.
Being an Axis power.
Yeah, fucking Italians.
Never forget.
Back on this. All right, but yeah, that was the thing. Highly recommend. Great movie.
Yeah, no, it was so much fun. Like even like the soundtrack and everything alone, which had like the score had to be written while the movie wasn't even finished. So homie had to guess shit, and it's.
But it's also John Carpenter doing the score, so it's like. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm like, yeah, I'd love to do my own score and direct and write my movie. Yeah. Which, honestly, that's just how you have to do it nowadays. But
Yeah, no, it is. It really, really is. Well, yeah, there's a lot of like, Yeah, no, with smaller. You have to look for smaller shit now because all the big stuff and semi-big stuff, it's all just.
It's fair, and I'd love to meet people, like-minded people that wanna make dumbass B style horror movies and shit with me. But hey, if you're a filmmaker that wants to make some fun dumb B movie style horror stuff, leave me a comment and I'll reach out to you.
I've got a great walk for slow stalkery killer guys.
Yeah.
I'm really good at that. I don't know if that's a good thing.
Oh, you're also tall, so it plays into the perfect slasher villain shit.
Oh yeah,
but,
6'2", stocky as fuck, and I've got that awesome slow. But
slashers are very fun. I would be down to do a slasher movie, but yeah, I got to get somebody that's comfortable with getting their tits out.
I can also comfortably play a dumb jock. I know how to do that super well.
Oh, dude, I'm a great stoner. Fucking.
I can easily play a stoner.
Yeah.
I'll let my hair down. That'll be it.
Yeah, exactly. We're good at certain roles. But
that's right. I've got range. I can do stoner and I can do jock.
I can do stoner. I can do jock. I can do athletic, or not athletic. Academic. I can do the fun stereotypical roles.
Ooh, I can do trying too hard stepdad.
There you go.
I can do
That's
that.
a good one.
I can try. I can do that. I can rock some new balances and some.
But again. Because I can get gore and shit. Like I have literal volumes of fake blood. It's like a bucket.
I know. That's what the walls are made of.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, you guys can't see it right now, but the walls are crying.
Yeah,
and the tears are blood.
But shut up. So yeah, I've got like a bucket of fake blood and shit. But yeah, that's the thing. If I'm making a slasher movie, I gotta have some boobs. Yeah. Somebody's got to get their boobs out.
And some ass.
And I'll even throw ding dong in there.
Yeah, throw some dong in there.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with hanging dong. Yeah.
In fact, he insisted on it.
Yeah.
He's like, no, if women are going to have to be fucking constantly running around naked, it's like, why not have a guy do it?
Yeah, dude, that's the thing. And play up to those two genders. Like, let's go. Like,
let's just, everyone's bits are out.
Like, it's all good. Hang dong. Have bits out.
Hang dong.
We're all human. Yeah. We all have body parts.
Yeah, we've talked about this multiple times.
You don't have to be ashamed.
Yeah, don't be ashamed of your body.
Don't be ashamed of your body. Don't be afraid to show it off. Show off whatever you got.
Yeah.
Somebody's into it somewhere.
You've got it, and you've only got it for as long as you fucking have it, so fucking show it off. And yeah, there is a kink for everybody.
There's a kink for everybody. So show off what you got. You never know.
Yeah. And have just some ultraviolence be going on while you're doing that at the same time.
Same time. Doesn't even have to be a sex scene. You just get them out for no reason. You're like, yeah, dude, does this dick, or does my dick look good to you? Oh, put that away. What the fuck, man?
Or just even like kind of play it for a bit more, like laughs, like they do in Scary Movie, where all of a sudden like things get caught on the tree and suddenly sprinklers turn on.
Yeah,
and
it's gratuitous.
Yeah, it's for no fucking reason. Fucking do that. Like this guy's running through the woods trying to get away from this monster, this killer. Branch snags on his pants, and suddenly he's just got like just right in the front, like pants and everything.
He's just running. He just meat
slapping the side of his goddamn jeans.
Yeah,
trying to get the fuck out of there.
And then it's just like, yeah, no, that's perfect. That's so fucking good.
Yeah. We've called it maybe it's a little gratuitous, but it's not gratuitous to the point like, all right, you guys are just.
Yeah, so it's not just like, okay, there's people having sex on screen again for the millionth time.
Yeah, it's just
like it's fine, but.
Also, yeah, pants tear easily. The amount of times I've torn jeans and shit just taking a squat. Yeah, of course, no. And also, it'd just be fucking hilarious. Just imagine yourself as an actor. For anyone who acts out there, likes to imagine being an actor. Challenge yourself to imagine that you are running away terrified, being chased through the woods or whatever. Suddenly your pants tear in the front and your dong is just swinging, but you're still terrified and you're still running.
It's like, do you put it away or do you just keep going?
Exactly.
It's like, I can't focus on putting my dick away.
Yeah, no, in that moment, I don't give a shit about my dick.
Yeah, my dick's out.
And I think about my dick quite often.
Yeah, it's always there.
It's always there. It's my best friend. It was here with me in the beginning. It'll be there at the end. We go everywhere together.
I mean, okay, if you're not transitioning, that's. Yeah.
I know I'm not transitioning. I don't need to. I'll just ride that line of what's going on with this dude.
He's like, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
But, yeah.
But also, maybe then that's how you kill the toxic guy off. The toxic guy is the one who stops, and tries to tuck his bits away in the middle of being fucking chased.
Yeah, because he can't. He's so like insecure about his.
Well, I'm scared. Barely.
Dude, don't touch me. My dick's out right now. No, I said don't.
Dude, if you cut my neck off and my dick's out, you're gay.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like all the fun people I grew up with. See, the movie writes itself.
See, easy.
So collaborate with us.